So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So what I have here today is the all new 2023 BMW M3 Competition. I love the BMW racing colors here on all of the logos. So here at front, on the wheels, and at the rear badge as well. Let's talk about first the biggest talking point of this M3 Comp. Yeah, as everyone will call it, the Angry Birds pig nose grill. But see it first time now, very up close now in the flesh. It looks very striking to look at. Everything now is gloss black here, and as well here at the front bumper. The ground clearance is kind of low. It's 122 millimeters, but it's all right for a sports sedan. So FYI, I will not compare this to the Alfa Romeo GTA because that's a hardcore version of the Quadrifoglio. So actually, that's more of a comparison with the M4 CSL, which there is no hardcore version of this M3 Comp, sadly. But hey, you never know, in the future, there might be one hardcore version of this. So here at the front, I love the creases here. So it actually mimics like there's vents here and as well the swoop here on the hood. So it just improves aerodynamics slightly. I don't think this has active kidney grill. These are always open because there's no like vents here that open and close. It's just this. Yeah, again with the grill, it is just funny to look at. I like it. And as well, you have an empty competition badge here. And as well, this is a very special color. This one is a Brooklyn Gray Metallic. I think it's already been PPF'd already. You have to be a bit careful with this paint because it's a very special color. And as well, you have BMW LED adaptive headlights that go up and down, as you see in this clip. And what I like as well being the BMW, all the vents work. Apart from the side, well, I mean, there's still your empty badges, but I forgive it. That's the only non-functioning vent on this car. So as well, everything here is gloss black on the side skirts. And my favorite part of this car has to be the side mirrors. You have LED repeaters on the side. And just look at this design here. There's only one stock holding this side mirror. That is really, really cool. And very special as well with this BMW M3 Competition, you have an exposed carbon fiber roof that lowers the center of gravity. There, this is the heart and soul of the BMW M3 Competition. So this one is a 3-liter twin turbocharged straight 6 engine that produces 510 horsepower and 650 newton meters of torque. And as you can see, it is a very big unit. So this is the updated S58 engine. So yeah, these ones are very proven and a very powerful engine. And as you can hear on the microphone, it is very much alive. You can hear ticks and talks, whatever there. So look at the strut burrs here all over the place. That as well improves the handling of this car. And look at this piece, it is huge. And it is very light thanks to the gas struts on the side. So other numbers as well here. 0 to 100 is done in 3.6 seconds. And the top speed of this is limited to 250 kilometers per hour. So I'm not sure if you can avail the M drivers package, which de-restricts this. So you can get a top speed now of 290 kilometers per hour. But for sure this one is only limited to 250 kilometers per hour, aka 155 miles per hour. So going back to the side profile, I like there is no chrome at all, but everything is a gloss black. But yet again, I don't mind it because it's on the exterior anyway. So as well, the side fenders of this are really, really wide. And yet again, this is a wide car in total. And at front, you get 19-inch wheels, and at the rear, you get 20-inch wheels to handle all that power. Here now at the rear of the BMW M3 Competition. So first thing I immediately noticed with this particular spec, this does not have a carbon fiber diffuser. This one is just covered in gloss black. But I don't mind it because you still have the quad exhaust pipes, which I hope in the future I'll be able to hear this up close in person. So as well, like the diffuser, even the spoiler is not in carbon fiber. It is just gloss black. But with this color combo, I don't mind it. It works. And like I said in front, you have the 50th anniversary badge here. And then open the boot up. As well as an empty competition badge here. So the total boot space of this is 480 liters, which is on par with the Alfa Romeo Giulia. So not much toys here. There's cubby space here on the side and on the left, but with the net storage. And I like still being the M3. Oh, there's one grocery hook here. Okay, just on the left. You can still fold down the seats if you just pull this lever. So it gives you a 60-40 layout. And you can actually just fold down the center if needed, if you want to carry longer stuff. And the load lip is not that tall. I mean, that's less than half of my bag only. One more thing to take note with this BMW M3 Competition, these are not on carbon ceramic brakes, but these are steel brakes, but they are drilled. So it kind of gives it the look of the carbon ceramics. So that's about it with the exterior and the boot of the BMW M3 Competition. There are also more changes with this BMW M3 in the interior. So this is the interior of the BMW M3 Competition. Alright, that's so far the best sounding door tugs on a BMW I've ever heard. And this does not have soft close. As you remember, there is no click when you close the door. It's just a solid thud. So as well, I just noticed now, when you close the door, the side mirrors wobble a little bit only. Of course, there's only one stock holding the piece. So here now in the interior, this is how you can tell this is a 2023 model. Looks familiar, right? It is exactly the same like in the BMW iX. Also have a review of that. That is so far the best BMW review I've ever done. Anyway, back to this M3 Comp. So, being the iDrive8 now, everything is digital. So most of your controls are here now in the infotainment system. So yeah, there's a lot you can do, and like every other BMW, the navigation, the maps is all good. And as well, oh, I just found it now. So yeah, this is where you can literally play with everything with the car, coming from the engine, the chassis, the steering, the brakes, so on and so forth. This has the 10-stage traction control system. Right, so of course, I'm not moving, it won't be able to activate. So number 10 being the safest, and number 1, you're dead. So there's M1 configuration as well, and M2, which are also present in this button. So if you want a go-to drive settings, just press either of the buttons. So I assume M1 for me will be more on road use, and then M2 is full on all crazy sport, all power mode. Everything is here, your TPMS, your personal assistant, the engine, the engine info, and then your BMW. Oh yeah, all of the service requirements, my favorite ever features in every BMW, I must say. Yeah, it looks really similar with the BMW iX, I have to say. And then engine. Okay, this one is new. On its own, it's just here for the display. So I wonder if this still works. Hey BMW! Oh. What is my fuel consumption?
The average consumption since the last time the journey data was reset is 99.5 liters per 100 kilometers. Are you interested in ways of reducing your consumption?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Alright, it still works. But there was a little bit of a delay, but it still works. So, hey BMW. So usually that's supposed to work, but you just press the mic, it's pretty accurate. So just press this mic here on the right side of the steering wheel. That controls by the everything in the infotainment system, the volume, the phone connectivity. What is my tire pressures?
The current pressure is alright for all tires. Are you also interested in the tire temperature?
No, thank you.
Okay, maybe next time.
Oh, a little bit sassy there. I like her. So here now in the steering wheel, it's pure leather. It's so soft to touch. You have an M badge here right down below. And the BMW M colors on the stitching here, it's not rough. And on the left side, you have your cruise control functions. My biggest nitpick of this particular BMW M3 Comp are the paddle shifters. I mean, it's supposed to have, right? So I don't mind it. It's silver, it's rubber pad like every other BMW. The thing is though, these are not the long, carbon fiber or black, the one with the red pads at the back. It's just a regular BMW paddle shifters here. I just wanted the more extreme ones, just being honest. So continuing here in the iDrive, that was on the right side. Everything is there for infotainment functions. So here now in the center is your digital cluster. Little bit different from the iX, of course, but this is the first one I encountered in a gasoline-powered BMW. So I won't be able to demo that much because I'm not allowed to turn on this car. So now here at the door, you have black leather here and then your red leather here. Very nice to touch. And as well, there's ambient lighting all around from the door all the way to the dashboard. Even in the back door, you can see on camera, even the M3 illuminates here. That is nuts. So this is a very special spec as well for this BMW M3 Competition. Besides the gray color, you have Fiona Red Merino upholstery leather seats. So There are sport buckets. And look at the bolstering. This is nuts. So, and as well, you sit kind of low. Or no, okay. The seat is just set really low. Even though the thigh support isn't out like every other BMW, even though it's close, there's still excellent thigh support. Actually, this is really good. And another nitpick I just remembered with this spec. These are sport buckets, but the back is just leather. It's not the carbon fiber type that I once hoped. But I heard those are pretty insane to sit down. So it's not very pleasant for daily use. But since here being the Philippines, I think this sport buckets without the carbon fiber trim, I guess it compensates for that, so I don't mind it. So as well, going back here in the door, you have cubby spaces and bottle holders on each side of the door. My water jug fits, and as well you have a Harman Kardon sound system, and only for the left side you have your boot release button. And then here in the door handle along with your window switches, yeah, pretty standard for a BMW. And on the left side you have an air conditioning vent. There's still the ambient light again, and all of your light control functions are here on the left side. And then there's an extra storage here. I really can't get over that paddle shifter, sorry, just being honest. So what else to talk about here? Above here, your usual lights, and sun visor, your vanity mirror with light, don't extend. But being a BMW, the quality here is excellent. Even the ceiling, whoa, feels better than the X5 that I reviewed as well here a few months ago. So going back here now in the dashboard, like the BMW iX, everything here now below the infotainment system is kept to a minimum. You have your air conditioning vents, volume controls, and then for your heating functions. Oh, okay. I'll turn that off. So you're like with the iX, this is for your air conditioning functions. Wait, turn off. Turn off air conditioning.
Please first put vehicle in ready to drive mode.
No! Oh god, I gotta turn that off. How do you turn off the air conditioning? Ah, there it is. Yeah, that's the other issue with this climate control. You can only turn it on here, but you cannot turn it off from here. You have to do it in the infotainment system. Off. Alright, so with the ignition on, you cannot deactivate the aircon if it's in ignition mode. So anyway, at least now I know. Alright, update. Right, you saw that earlier. Actually, you just have to simply turn this off. And then now you can turn it off completely. Yeah, a little bit of a hassle since everything is here now in the infotainment system. So here now below the controls, you have your wireless charging pad, fits my phone perfectly, and two cup holders fits my thin water jug. There's plastic grips around them, and you have the claimed water resistant USB port and a 12-volt socket. And then here around the gear lever, everything is gloss black again like every other BMW, but being the M3 Competition, there's M embossment on top of the gear lever along with your M leather stitching. And I like the parking button is here just in front of the gear lever itself. Pretty much complete here with the buttons for the iDrive, so on and so forth. But being the M3, there's few additions here on the bottom for an M mode and for your exhaust button to make it louder. And then above here, there's just one blank button, but it's not that obvious at least. Then center console box, again continue with the Fiona red leather. Okay, you have one USB port and then a light here. It's not that deep, but it is pretty wide enough. So what else? Oh, glove box. Okay, it's pretty alright, but it's kind of like a far reach, so at least it's still spacious. Right. So that's about it here in front of the BMW M3 Competition. Yeah, few nitpicks here and there but it's just down to this spec only, but still feels pretty special in here with this M3. So with that I'll show you the rear seats. So this is the rear of the BMW M3 Competition. So yeah, again with the nitpick, the back leather of the sport bucket seats. I just really wish there's carbon. I really wanted to sit in the Alfa Romeo GTA, by the way, but I couldn't. Pretty alright to sit here in the back of the M3. I mean, feet room and knee room is excellent. Headroom, alright for me. I'm 5'4", by the way, but that's my headroom now again. Yeah, taller people might tend to struggle because of this sloping roof. And then door cards, pretty much the same like in front, and then you have small cubby spaces now and two cup holders on each side. Still fits my water jug, and then like in front, you still have the ambient lighting here along with your Harman Kardon sound system. I still have the red seats here. There's also excellent lumbar for this rear seats, unexpectedly. And then on the middle, you have 2 air conditioning vents along with the controls. And then 2 USB-C ports down there. So if I sit here in the middle, it's alright by the way. It's of course a little bit stiffer to sit in the middle, but I don't mind it. My headroom is just alright for me. That's my headroom left. And the transmission tunnel is among the biggest. So I advise not to put your feet up. And as well, this is the first BMW I encountered in a long time. I think since the 1 and 2 series review that this does not have a central armrest. A little bit of a bummer. And then as well, you have 2 isofix anchor points on each side. And being the M3, I like this has special seat belts along with your BMW M racing colors. So despite not having a center armrest, still at least you have a central loading hatch. Like what I said in the boot, in case you want to carry long items, you can fold this down and then put them here. Oh, I'm done. I already talked about the engine too. That concludes my walk-around review of this 2023 BMW M3 Competition. I'd like to thank Miss Dimple, BMW Auto Alley, and Sir Miguel Miles for making this walk-around review possible. So their contact details will be in the description down below. So, hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more special walk-around reviews. So hopefully there will be a day and age I will be able to drive this car. So, bye-bye.